Hello, welcome to our video over design thinking and your school. During the school redesign process, we rely on the model of design thinking to guide how the work gets done.
Design thinking is a 5-step process that begins with the empathize phase. In this phase, you'll think about who you are serving. What are their strengths? What are their needs? Once you've empathized, you're ready to define a need that you will address through your redesign.
Once you've defined a need to address, you're ready to ideate or brainstorm solutions that you will then prototype or plan and test.
While design thinking might sometimes feel like a linear process, in reality, it is not. While you might walk through each phase during your initial planning, as you continue to review your practices, you will have to revisit different steps within the process to refine the strategies you have chosen as part of your school redesign.
As we said, during your plan year, you will walk through the design thinking in a linear fashion in order to address each step and learn the process. During the designing the rocket phase of redesign, you will focus on the first 3 steps of design thinking: empathizing, defining, and ideating.
Once you move into the spring semester with building the rocket, you'll then learn how to prototype and test the redesign strategies that you investigated in the ideation phase.
One of the key steps in school redesign is to empathize with the students in your school. The Persona Canvas activity is one way to do just that.
If you think of one current student in your building, whether that student struggles, is highly successful, or is anywhere in between, take a moment to empathize with that student and fill out the Persona Canvas. Think of what the student really wants and needs, their negative and positive trends, and then take a few minutes to jot down your thoughts.
Of course, there are other ways to empathize. The first step in design thinking is outlined in the Better Way Challenge video. You can shadow a student for a day or part of a day. You can survey students and staff to learn more about how they truly feel about school.
Student focus groups using survey questions is a great way to delve deeper into your students' experience at school. You can also create an empathy map for one student, listing what that student is doing, saying, thinking, or feeling on a daily basis at your school.
So next step is to share around your table. Lots of opportunities to do this. You could sit there and you could pass the sheets and read what people wrote. You could do a gallery walk if you guys want to get up and walk around the table, or an easy way, each person could read their list to the group. Whatever makes sense to you. Again, you're experiencing this right now in real time, but also in the back of your head, you're thinking, okay, this is something we need to do with our staff back home. What's going to be the most successful way of doing it?
Once you have empathized and shared your maps with your peers, you're then ready to identify trends. Let's see an example of a group identifying trends on their empathy maps.
Someone else want to read one? I'll check that one's done on mine.
So I'm a preschool teacher, so mine are probably a little different than your guys', but self-control, I think, like self-regulation.
Yep. Skills to regulate emotions.
Yep.
Anybody else have that?
I think self-regulating is still something that's important. Yeah.
You gotta be able to.
Time check.
I have a passion. I put curious on there. I mean, it's the same thing.
I have responsible for own learning, but that kind of goes with that. So which word do we want to use? We want passionate or curious?
Kind of slash.
Okay.
Passionate and curious.
Identifying trends is an important next step to take when empathizing. These trends really give your staff a clearer picture of the commonalities amongst all students at your school. The trends are the basis for the goal areas your team and staff will eventually select that will really drive the redesign strategies that will be prototyped and tested.
Design thinking is the first step to take when beginning your redesign effort. It starts with the students as the centerpiece, and they remain there throughout this process.